you beautiful souls, and welcome to your pick a card reading today. These pick a card readings, of course, are timeless, so whenever the right time is for you and you've come across this video is the best time for this reading today. So we have 5 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5 for you to choose from. What I suggest is you take a deep breath in, exhale, take another one in, exhale, third one in, exhale, and just think of a question. Just sit there, think of a question. You may need to pause this video if need be, and then either choose by the piles, as in pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can choose by crystal. I've placed some crystals here. I've placed a quartz crystal on pile number 1, a beautiful citrine on pile number 2, a rose quartz on pile number 3, beautiful, sorry, can't see it there, fluorite on pile number 4, and of course an amethyst on pile number 5. So just take a few deep breaths, pause the video if you need to, ask your question or whatever concerns you may have today. Like I said, these videos are timeless, so whenever you come across these videos will be the right time for you. And let's get started. So for those that have chosen pile number 1 with the beautiful quartz crystal there, we have 1, hope you can see all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards there. So whatever question you have actually asked, or whatever concern you might have, whatever you're going through at this time, there could be very valuable information here for you. So we'll start off with card number 1, and this is a really beautiful card. It is from those beautiful angel therapy cards, and it is God Box. In a nutshell, you could say a God Box is something that you can actually create yourself, or you can buy something very unique and different, something that rings true to you, and it is a type of box. So by all means you can actually make your own box out of whatever material you might have, or you might actually find one in the store that you absolutely fall in love with, that actually calls out to you and you purchase it. I personally have some beautiful boxes. One day I can share those with you, with all you beautiful souls out there. They are actually made by my father, and they're made out of wood, beautiful wood. And I actually had this card not that long ago, and I knew exactly which box to choose to turn it into a God Box. So basically what you want to do with this one here, it's letting you know that a God Box would be a good thing to do if there's something that you want to express, invite into your life, or have answered, or you're querying about. All you need to do is just write a few sentences down. You can be as specific, or as much as you possibly can, of course, and just take that piece of paper once you've written it all down and pop it into a box that you've either purchased or made yourself. Makes it extra special. And if it's handmade by someone else, even special too. That has been gifted to you, that is. So I'll just read what it actually says, and basically it's just going to repeat, sorry about the light there, it's going to repeat exactly what I just said, but it says, write any worries, concerns or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. So basically, if you need help, if you have any desires, concerns, worries, even questions that you want answered, by all means, you can just write them all down on a piece of paper and pop them into a God box. So that card number 1 for pile number 1, absolutely beautiful. So whatever you're concerned about or worried about, try that, and hopefully, you know, in your dreams or something like that, you will get the answer, you will get the guidance that you have asked for. So that is that one. Now, whatever question you might have or have asked or have concerns about, the angels, these are from the lovely Angel Answers cards here. It does say here, not the right time. So it could be, you know, slight little delay, maybe something that you might have to either reconsider. To me, it feels more like a bit more of a delay than anything else. It's sort of not the right time. In other words, there is a time for it, but just not at this stage. So not the right time is card number 2 to answer any questions, concerns, and hopefully that helps you sort of gather a little bit of a momentum in your thoughts to work out what you need to do next, what your next step is, that is. The third card we have here today is Asia. Now this is from a beautiful deck called Past Life deck. So sometimes we do need to go back into our past lives. Sometimes it's just past in general here, but usually it's just a learning sort of lesson. But if you go far back enough into your past lives, then you might actually be able to discover what it is that it's holding you back here, that's saying that it's not the right time yet. What sort of questions, concerns you might have. So going back, you know, whether you choose to do it with a professional, or you can always find a lot of meditation, self-hypnosis meditation, things like that on the internet, and by all means you can just listen to that and you might get an insight. But they're saying here, your past life, something to do with Asia. It's got a beautiful symbolism on the card there too. So, you know, sometimes even the gold and the symbol could actually bring something up and maybe bring up an answer, or, you know, or sort of curiosity about something there. So that's a lovely card to get. And then we do have, which is really fantastic, because my side of the world, we are in spring right now. So it's quite interesting. Spring equinox, we've actually already gone through that, but obviously once you do this work on yourself, you will actually have a rebirth. So there is a rebirth on the, you know, up ahead, coming towards you. There is some sort of rebirth, and it could be, you know, rebirth even within yourself, as in discovering yourself. Could be something that you've discovered through the past. So all these cards, you know, can be interconnected. They are just a tool, but they do give you some insight. So yeah, rebirth, the spring equinox. You might not be in spring where you are on that side of the world watching this today, but just the rebirth on its own will give you some sort of clue to what's actually happening. You could be transitioning, as they say, and so therefore you have a rebirth. And this last card here for you today is basically called The Answer is Simple. It's a Sonia Shakep deck, and it's called The Answer is Simple. And you have got here, as you can see there, you have See the Light, and number 33. Now 3s are quite powerful numbers. Most people like to do things in 3s. It's, you know, even knocking the deck, you knock in 3s. So just having even that symbolism is really important. It's interesting. And see the light. So after this rebirth, see the light, all right? We can see the light with the light that I have here. So after the rebirth, more than likely, you'll see the light. So the answer is simple. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking and sharing and subscribing. You are awesome, you lot. So thank you so much. I hope this has given you some sort of clarity and even just give you a little bit of guidance, and even just, as they say, just food for thought, really. Just have a think about what has turned up here, and specifically to what you've either asked or thought about or had a concern about. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next time. And for those that have chosen pile number 2 with the beautiful, it's not focusing very well, rose quartz there, your cards are as follows. Hopefully that you can see all that there. Now they're absolutely beautiful cards too. And I forgot to mention to the first group, and so I better mention it now. By all means, you don't need to just pick one pile or one crystal that you're drawn to. By all means, you can pick a couple of piles or all of the piles. So whatever resonates with you and whatever your intuition, your higher self is telling you is the right thing. So you can choose as many as you need to, or just go with the one. So forgot to mention that to group number 1. Very sorry. So, well, I should say with the pile number 1. So pile number 2, the first card we have here is crystals, and it's quite interesting because I have a lot of crystals out here today. So I do love crystals. So whatever questions, concerns, or thoughts that you might have had when you were meditating on choosing this particular pile, number 2, could have something to do with crystals and how crystals would be able to help you. Crystals are very powerful in their own way, and looking up different crystals and being drawn to different crystals is obviously the right thing for you. So definitely look into some crystals. There might be some crystals you have already at home laying around that you might want to either pop into your pocket, or if they're actually on a pendant or in a ring like so, maybe wear them and just see what happens with your energy, how it shifts and moves, and whatever you've actually asked or are concerned about, how it interacts with you when you do have that crystal on, because they can bring out, you know, the best in you, and they can also help you a lot. So it says crystals here. The energy of crystals support you and help you with your present situation. So I think that's summed it up pretty well. So crystals are very powerful in their own way, and with us using them, they can actually help us quite a lot as well. So crystals, just once again, food for thought. If you don't have any crystals, you might want to pop into a crystal shop and just have a little look, and a crystal somewhere will be drawn, you'll be drawn to it, it'll be drawn to you. It happens. And you get better with, your intuition. You'll pick up more and more crystals as you go along. Now the next card that we have is a definite exclamation marked yes. So whatever you have asked or thought of, because I don't, or a concern even, I suppose, you could get a yes with a concern too. It's not, debatable there. It's a definite yes from the angels there. Definite yes. There's not much more you can say, It's a yes. Now in the card with the past lives, so these are angel therapies. Sorry, I thought I'd just better mention that again. These are angel answer cards, and this one here is the past life cards. So in your past life, this is quite interesting. There's obviously vows. Sorry about the glare. There's obviously some vows that you need to work through. So there was some vows made back in the past life. Now, as us, spiritual beings in a human body, so to speak, having a human experience, we actually forget what actually happened in the past life. We forget our past lives when we come back. Each time we come back, the veil comes over us, and we need to, once again, fumble through the dark, so to speak, and find ourselves again, and fix up things as well along the way, and learn. There's a lot of learning to be done. So in regards to your question, concern, or worry, there's some vows there that you have made, and you obviously in the past life, something that you might want to investigate a little bit further and see where that leads. Then we have Earth Magic cards, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this into the first pile, but this is Earth Magic, and these are absolutely beautiful cards. Here we have new beginnings. So the dawn happens, of course, and with dawn a new day starts. So there's definitely some new beginnings on the horizon. You just have to obviously work your way through, and you will have some new beginnings coming. So that's really positive, beautiful card. And then from the Answer is Simple by Sonia Shakant, we have Reach Out, and it's number 28. So if anyone's born on the 28th or knows someone of the 28th, if the 28th means anything to you, this card obviously will jump out straight away. So reach out, and that could be as easy as asking people for help, or you helping others. You reach out, or because you need a hand, or you reach out because they need a hand. So obviously there's some sort of helping, and to me I can see that if I look close enough there, a little baby in a cot and hands coming out, ready to be rescued. So to me it's almost, reaching out, helping. So that's, beautiful card there. So that is your reading for pile number 2. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. It means the world to me. And I hope you have your concerns or questions or thoughts or whatever you're thinking about during that moment that you picked this pile answered. And hopefully these beautiful cards have done the lovely, work that they usually do as a tool. So thank you so much, guys. Lots of love and blessings to you all. And for those who have chosen pile number 3 today, let's have a look at your cards. Or you may have chosen other piles as well, which is perfectly fine. Whatever you feel drawn to is what will be right for you. As I've mentioned before, these are timeless readings, so whenever you come across these readings will be the right time for you, and the choosing of the piles will be the right time thing for you. So you might choose one pile, you might choose 2, you might choose all of them, and that is fine. That is completely whatever you feel, whatever you're drawn to is what is for you, the message for you anyway. So the first card we have here from the beautiful Angel Therapy is listen to your intuitive, sorry about the glare, listen to your intuitive feelings. I'd hold it like that, might be a little bit better. So listen to your intuitive feelings, and intuition is very important. As you know, it can protect you. It not only helps you in other sort of forms of fun and excitement and things in your life, but can also give you protection. As we know, it will let you know when something's off, when something's not right, something just doesn't sit with you. And so, as a saying, listen to your intuitive feelings. Sometimes what we do is we're like, oh yes, we have an intuitive feeling, but we just let the ego in and take over and dismiss it, and dismissing the feeling, it's not the best thing to do. Acknowledging it at least would be ideal. So this card actually says here, your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So our body, because of our feelings, is receiving the messages, and they're very subtle, but when they need to be a little bit harsh, they will be. So yeah, listen to your intuitive feelings, because obviously they have a message for you. Whatever you have asked or queried about or are concerned about or have thought about before picking your chosen pile here, that is your message there. So that's a beautiful message, because sometimes we forget, we need to tune in. Sometimes we actually forget to tune in. So it's good to be able to do that and get confirmation too. So the next card up for you guys is ask for help from others. And this is from the beautiful Angel Answers cards. So sometimes we do get a little bit stubborn, you could say. And I'm sure we've all been there. We can do this. But sometimes we do need to actually ask for that help. Sometimes we just can't get everything done that we thought we could. But just asking for help and maybe delegating some of the, non-important work as we see it, and we can actually concentrate on the things that are important, and therefore be able to get the job done a lot better and a lot quicker too, so we can have then time to relax. So asking help from others doesn't just mean from humans too. It can also mean asking help from your angels, your guides, the divine ones, spirits of love and light, of course. If you're going to ask any spirit to help you out, make sure they're from the love and light, and they are divine. But yeah, not just the human physical people that are around us all the time. It can be our lovely, guardian angel or spirit guide, whatever you want to call it, or even your higher self. Sometimes we forget to actually connect to our higher self, and our higher self has all the answers. So just asking for help to actually even connect to the higher self will sometimes answer all the questions that you do have. So little by little, of course. They don't want to give away too much, do they? But eventually you will, in the moment, you will get what you need answered for you if you just ask help from others. So that's beautiful. This card here is spouse. So these are from the past life cards. This is the past life card. So spouse. Now, I personally get the feeling you could have asked a question about your spouse. Now, in this present time that we're in this present lifetime, I should say, and maybe, just maybe, by chance, they could have been your spouse back in your past life. There is 100% possibility that it can happen, because we do connect with those that we have been connecting with for many, many, many years, as in many lifetimes, I should say. So if not, the other possibility there is that there's someone that will come into your life that was a connection to you back in the day, back in a lifetime ago, that was your spouse. So very interesting card, because it's almost like a lover's card there. So, but in a past life. So it's, really interesting. So there will be some information there for you, I hope, anyway. I hope you have a little bit of a ponder about it and find out what this past life spouse is all about. Very interesting card. The next one we do have is iceberg. Now, an iceberg, and the lovely subtitle here, submerged. So as they say, an iceberg, you can see the tip of it, but the rest of it is much bigger than the tip. So this could be a number of things, could mean to you. It could mean that you've just hit the tip of the iceberg and you're on your way to discovering a lot more than you thought you would. You just started at the tip and then you've worked your way down, and it's just opened up a whole can of worms for you. So kudos to that. That's beautiful. The other thing it also represents is the tip of the iceberg is only what we show to others. Just a little bit. We don't show them too much. And everything else is below the surface of the water. So it has many meanings. Icebergs have many meanings. It all depends what it pertains to you and your question and your concern or your thought at the time when you picked this particular lot of cards here. But just remember, the tip of the iceberg is tiny compared to what's below. Now, I want to keep this as positive as possible, so I won't say what just sort of popped into my head, or maybe I should. Okay, so my spirit guide, I call him guardian, he's definitely my guardian. He's looked after me for many years now. What he said is also that sometimes something's hidden and you can only see the tip of it. You can only see a little bit of it. And as you dig deep and do a bit more investigating, you will find more information that you need that's below the surface, and it's bigger than big. So that's, I thought I'd better pass that on, because it's just not right if I don't. So thank you. So that is a beautiful card, whichever way it relates to you. Everyone relates to this card a little bit differently depending on the circumstance. And then we have this lovely card from The Answer is Simple. It's called Take a Breath, and it's number 17 there. I like number 17. It's a lovely number. 1 and 7 equals 8. 8 is a very great number. So take take a breather. Sorry, what did I say? Take a breath. Well, close enough. Take a breather. In other words, take some time out, relax, look after yourself, of course. If you don't actually take a break and you don't get the chance to relax or have a little holiday or something like that, something for you, I mean, by all means you can involve your whole family, but make sure that everyone takes a breather and has a bit of R&R. We get burnt out, so hopefully that has answered your concern there, or question, I should say, question, concern, worry. Hope that has answered that. So do remember to take a breather every now and then. It's good for us to do that. So that is your reading for today. So thank you so much for watching. You are awesome, of course. And please like, share and subscribe, and hopefully I'll have another reading for you very soon. Thank you so much. Well, hello again, beautiful people. And if you have chosen pile number 4 today, and like I've mentioned previously in the other readings, by all means, you don't need to just choose one pile. You can choose 2, 3, you can choose all of them, whatever you feel drawn to. You're not just restricted, I should say, restricted to just choosing one pile, but if one pile just fits you perfectly, that's great. And if you do actually get to learn something and, I suppose, get some insight from this reading, that's even more wonderful. That really makes my day for sure. So let's get started. So if you have chosen number 4 with the beautiful fluorite here, let's have a look at your cards today. I don't read them upside down, that's for sure. They need to be upright so we can all see them. Okay, so the first card there, card number 1, is Law of Attraction. I'll just bring it up so you can see it a little bit better. So, Law of Attraction. So obviously, there's something that you're working on, and you're using, obviously, the Law of Attraction to bring it forth, bring it to you, bring it closer, bring it in faster would be ideal. Because, as they say, everything's already here. Everything's in the now. It just takes a long time in the physical world for it to manifest as in a physical sense, in a material sense. So, Law of Attraction, that's a beautiful card. And I'll just read what it says here. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of your energies. So that is absolutely gorgeous. So obviously you are attracting either a relationship or an activity, oh sorry about the glare, that you once really enjoyed. It could be hobbies that you absolutely enjoyed, and life gets in the way. We all know that. It's just sometimes it's a bit of a downer when we can't enjoy the things that we used to enjoy because we just don't have enough time in the day. So something, obviously, it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship with your parents, even with your significant other. You just, like I say, life gets in the way and we just plow along on our course to get to the next sort of area of our life, and we forget that we do have, our hobbies, our interests, and things that light us up and make us excited. So, as it says, that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware to your energies. So, hopefully, to me, if it definitely feels attracting back to you what you once used to do and love and be really passionate about. So hopefully that, answers your question or concern or even just your thought. Sorry about the glare. Hopefully that helps you there to understand. Now, the next card from the beautiful Angel Answers here is Opportunity. So there will be something coming your way, which is going to be a great opportunity. Or there already is a great opportunity. You just have to make the decision to take it. And with it, to me, it looks like, just bring it a little bit closer, hopefully it can focus in, maybe. To me, it almost looks like she's throwing up a lot of gold or coins, golden coins, something like that. So it's absolutely a beautiful card. I mean, all these cards are beautiful, but this one is just, just all golden. It's just, whatever the opportunity is, they've just said to me, it's golden. Thank you. So whatever the opportunity is, it is golden. There you go. It's golden, and definitely you should consider it, that's for sure. So that's number 2 there. Now, this is from a deck called Past Lives, and it's got here wars and battles. So the impression I'm getting here is your past life, you were in wars and battles. You were, back in the day when, World War One, World War Two, was happening, and who knows, it could have even been further beyond that too, because there was, a lot of nasty things going on in the world back in, even the days before we even had television, or before even World War One, World War Two. There's some horrific wars that happened. It's all in the history books. So in your past life, or past lives, depending, sometimes we come back again and again, there was, wars and battles. So to me, actually, they're just saying an internal struggle, if that means anything to anyone there that's watching. An internal struggle, wars and battles. It's to and fro. It's an internal struggle, and it could be something to do with this opportunity that's coming in. It's just following the flow here. So that's, really interesting. And sometimes if we dig a little bit deeper into ourselves, and like I've mentioned before, with the other pile there, you can actually do a lot of guided meditation and find out what your past lives were, or even better are those guided hypnosis ones as well, which really take you back. So then you can actually find what's going on with you in this particular time by looking back at the past lives that you have actually lived, because we all take a bit of the past and bring it into our future, so to speak. The next card is from the lovely deck called Earth Magic, and here we have Tsunami, Wake Up Call. So a tsunami, we know what a tsunami is. It's it doesn't look like a very good card, but as you will soon realize, my readings are going to be a positive reading. Don't really like negativity. If there's a warning or something like that, my guardian will let me know, and I will pass that through. But in general, even though it says tsunami, and we know what tsunamis do, but also don't forget, tsunamis will cleanse that area too. So it does say here, wake up call. So obviously they're just saying something about the cleansing. So wake up call, it's almost like a cleansing coming, and it's just going to wash away, and that will be your wake up call, that when everything's cleansed and gone out of your life or out of the situation, that's when you wake up, and that could be the wake up call. So however it relates to your query or question will be the right answer for you, that's for sure. I mean, I know tsunamis are not very pleasant. There is a nasty physical effect to a tsunami, but in a spiritual sort of energetic, this card sort of represents that, okay, wake up call, because there needs to be a cleansing. And once that cleansing has happened, you'll feel so much better. And the next card here is actually from the deck, The Answer is Simple. And it's card number 1, which is quite interesting. I don't know if I can bring that closer. No, about there would be it. So it's number 1, and it's got here, get over yourself. Now, I will be honest, when I was actually choosing these cards, and I didn't look at them beforehand, this is the first time I'm looking at every single one of them and reading them, this card jumped out and actually fell face up. And I took one look at it, but straight away I knew what it meant. It doesn't mean get over yourself because you're vain and God knows what. No, it's more like get over yourself as in you are better than what you think. So don't belittle yourself or don't put yourself down. Even if some other people try to, don't do that, because you're actually better than that. And you know yourself better than anyone else. And if you look here, it's like a mirror. So you're mirroring yourself. I mean, some people could read this card as, you know, get over yourself, you're so vain, you know. And as the song goes, we know, you know, how the song continues. But to me, it means, the feeling I got straight away was get over yourself as in you are good enough. You are enough. So just get over it, you know, just get over yourself of saying that you're not. You are better than, you know, than you give yourself credit for. So, but of course, everyone can take it differently. But I've got this feeling that it's just trying to let you know that you are enough. So, that concludes your reading, group number 4, or pile number 4. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. And look forward to doing another reading for you very soon. So lots of love and light to you all. And we'll catch up next time. Well, hello, those that have chosen pile number 5. And like I've mentioned before, you can choose as many piles as you like. You can choose 1, 3, 5, it doesn't matter. Whatever number resonates with you and whatever amount of piles you need to choose, that's the right thing for you. But this is number 5 with the beautiful amethyst here. It's not picking up the amethyst. Oh, here we go. Let's see what cards we have for you. So, the first one we have, which is quite interesting, is called Past Life Issue. I'll just bring it up and show you. Oops. So, Past Life Issue. So whatever your question or concern you may have, something to do with a past life issue, and it could be past life karma that you need to find, resolve, learn about in this lifetime. So I'll just read what the little caption says here. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past life, from your past experiences. I shouldn't put any extra words in. So I'll just read that again because I did muck it up a little bit. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. Don't know if that's close enough, I think. Okay. So yeah, very interesting. So if you do ask for help and you ask the divine, usually they'll bring you something that'll help you remember in a dream. So before you actually fall asleep, just asking, the angels or archangels or the divine, whoever you prefer to speak to, the love and light, the universe, ask them just as you're falling asleep, first and foremost, if they could answer your question in regards to this past life issue, and second of all, to make sure that you can remember it, because you know what our dreams are a bit like. We remember them for a short time and then poof, they're gone as soon as we get into our normal daily routine. So definitely ask for help on that one, because obviously there's a past life issue that's following you around, and to me it feels like a karma that you've come to this lifetime to amend, to resolve, to dissolve almost. I want to say dissolve, thank you. They're saying dissolve, if that means anything to you. So something to dissolve. And obviously there's pieces of the puzzle that are missing to get to that point. So sometimes we do need to ask for help from they say here angels, but you can ask, anyone that you feel comfortable and you resonate with. Now the next card is from the Angel Answers. And here it's very straight to the point. It's an exclamated no. So whatever you've asked or you're concerned about or thought of during the time when you picked this particular pile of cards, that's a definite no. So you don't need to, you don't need to worry, but I get the sense that you don't need to worry. I think that these are timeless readings, so whenever the right time is for you, you will come across these readings and they will answer, whatever questions, queries and concerns you might have. But to me, I feel the energy of no as in no in a positive way, not in a negative way, like no, you shouldn't do that. More like no, you're not on the right track there, type of thing. So yeah, but it is a definite no. The next card we have from the deck called Past Lives, and it is authority figures. So in a past life, you could well have been an authority figure. So a lawyer, for example, or someone, like a judge or a solicitor or someone with the law, some, authority figure. You just think of law, something to do with law. So there could be karma around that sort of area to do with law and authority type of thing. So, and as they say, just ask the angels, and hopefully in your dreams you will get the answers that you're seeking. So that's that one there. Then we have winter solstice. Now, my side of the world, we're actually gone into spring, which is lovely. But your side of the world, you could well be in the winter solstice. And during the winter solstice time, you may just get the answer that you're inquiring about. It's also a time, as they say, for reflection. So obviously you need to, as the saying goes, a bit of mirror work or something like that. They're saying mirror work to me. So, well, I should say my guardian. I have one voice that I can hear. Mirror work, he said, mirror work. And I know it's a he because someone once told me that they could see him. So that was fantastic. I can only hear him. So reflection. In other words, you need to do some, not so much soul searching, but just reflecting back upon, the question or the concern that you have. And it could well mean that the reflection will occur around the winter solstice. So very interesting card there. And the very last one is from the deck. The answer is simple. And it's connect with your soul family. That's a beautiful card. And it's number 20. Hopefully you can see that. Number 20. Connect with your soul family, which is absolutely beautiful. So they do say that we actually come back and we reconnect with those that we have had connected and have been connecting, I should say, for a long, long time. And yeah, there's soul families everywhere. It doesn't mean it has to be your spouse or your partner or your parents or your siblings. It could be friends and friends of friends even. And we just connect, we just click. And that's because they are our soul group, our soul family. So there is something there. They're saying it's, connect. There needs to be a connection with the soul family. If you know who your soul family is, it could well be you need to, get together and have a little bit of a heart-to-heart, or a little bit of a chat, or maybe even just do some sort of activity together will be enough. Because to me, it's activity. I could see them, running around in a circle around a tree. It's activity of some sort. So that's a beautiful card. So my lovelies, I hope that has helped you to answer any of your questions, queries, concerns, or even just thoughts in general. And thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing. It means a lot to me. So hopefully I can continue on and do more readings for everybody. And these picker cards are actually quite interesting, and what you can actually get from them. And hopefully they have answered, your questions today. So thank you so much. And I hope you have enjoyed our time together as much as I have. Thank you.